Hi everyone, I want to make sure that you know the difference between articles that are found in databases that are just mostly for background reading and also articles that are found in scholarly journals, all right? There are 4 different terms that are used interchangeably. So you have scholarly journal articles, you have academic journal articles, peer-reviewed journal articles, and also refereed journal articles. All 4 of those are the same, and these terms are just used interchangeably. All right. Ultimately, that is the end goal for us, for our class, to be able to use academic journal articles. All right, because that's where the latest information is published for a specific field. All right, but we can't really get there until we do some background reading and kind of learn about the topic a little bit more before we read stuff that is written by experts for experts. Okay, and so in order to do that, we would go here to the articles and databases, and then these 3 here are the databases, as it says here, for background reading. All right, so these are the ones that you should have looked at and just kind of gotten some ideas, jot down some key terms that you can use later to search more information. So I want to show you, for example, here, issues and controversies. You just type whatever topic you like, and it gives you 7 results. So you can see that spanking is also known as corporal punishment, and it tells you, you click on any of these, and it provides some background information, those who agree, those who disagree, some highlights and discussion questions, further resources. All right, so you can click through all that. All right, just kind of, again, background reading. Now let me click back, and I want to show you what it would look like if we went back to these databases on the right hand side. So the one I like to go to is Ebscohost Databases. So it's a collection. It's a database that has a collection of databases. So it has a broad net. Let's go there. And then let's try I tried this term earlier. Let's see if it works again. Okay, so it does work. It gives me, there's over 200 different sources here. But notice, right, it tells you, there's a little icon, tells you what type of source it is. This one is a report. Here's an academic journal. This is what we want. Another one, another report. So they're kind of mixed, right? So what you like to do here is, what you want to do is just select the academic, the journals. So here, there's 108, all right? So click that and let it update. And then you see they're all these journals here, right? Okay, so what I usually do is I look at the titles, I read the titles and see if that's something that could possibly work with the specific topic that I'm working with. And then once you do that, you also want to read the abstract, just to see like what you're getting yourself into. All right, and abstracts are usually pretty short. They tell you what the article is about. Okay, and then you can read it here. If this is something that you think might work for you, then you want to go ahead and email it to yourself. All right, just type in your email and then send, just to kind of get a collection of several of these academic journal articles so that you can later look through and see if any of these actually are going to be useful for your research. So let me go back really quick. Let me see if I can get the PDF of it. It's a good idea to get the PDF of this article, because you really get to see what it actually looks like. And this is where you get to see page numbers, which are going to be necessary in order to cite this specific source within your essay, and also on the works cited page it'll ask you what specific pages it had, and sometimes students can't find it unless they access the PDF. All right, so it tells you page numbers, the volume, the date, right? The different the various, in this case, the various authors that are included. All right. So usually, if there's more than 2 authors, you would just use the first author's last name within your text and just say et al., which means and others in Latin. So et space al, et al., meaning and others. All right. So this looks much different, right? Kind of more straightforward, dry. It'll show you the different methods that they use to collect the data, the results, discussion of their findings, and it'll also include, in this case, their references or the sources that they used. So notice, they look much different than what you would find in the issues and controversies or the CQ researcher or any of the other background reading type of databases. So make sure that you have at least 2 of these, right? Or just make sure that you look at the required number of academic journal articles that I'm asking you to include in the essay. So make sure that you go back in and you have these specific type of sources, all right? Let me scroll back up. Again, notice it looks very different than the CQ researcher. Let me go back. And there are others. Again, it'll tell you here that they're academic journals. So they're articles from academic journals. And then what I did here is I checked this box that says journals, and then it updated itself, and all it gave me was just academic journals. Sometimes depending on the type of words that you type in here, you may not get as many results. So you'll need to play around with those key terms in order to search. All right. So again, just make sure that you have the correct type of sources, and you can tell the difference between an article from the databases with just background reading and then an article that comes from either academic journal, scholarly journal, referee journal, or peer-reviewed journal. All those are used interchangeably. All right. Thank you.